I'm gonna make you guys play a game of.
But you can't tell us right now. It's gotta be improv.
I'm gonna start the roulette.
Okay. But hey, wait a second. We didn't come out of the.
Lelouch to the thought elevator.
No. How is that the running joke that we
Lelouch
have
to the
now?
thought elevator because there's an elevator.
No, but how is the thought elevator the one joke that we keep going to?
Because there's an elevator.
It's not funny, and there is an elevator. You are correct, but still.
Lelouch, I don't remember anything before I died except your name.
Who installed a second thought elevator?
Right next to the original.
Dad, please help me. I don't remember.
No. Now let's talk to that bartender over there.
Hi, I'm the bartender over there.
Hey, bartender.
Hi, bartender. Hey, kid.
Why is Garb not having any speaking lines?
He's a puppet.
I'm a what?
He's a puppet. He's a puppet from Little Big Planet.
No, he's a puppet.
Look at his puppet. He's hanging around. Look how stinky he is.
Look how smelly he is.
Help! I'm dangling.
I think no one here has played Little Big Planet.
The strings are being
Put that
pulled.
away.
Help!
Help!
That was such like a genuine help. that got me.
I was in character. I was thinking like a puppet.
I'm actually a method actor, and I'm hanging upside down from the ceiling right now.
Somebody actually come get me down.
Someone please, I need an adult. Welcome to Quindecim. I must ask you before we start, sorry, but do you remember anything before starting this podcast?
No.
Well, the last thing I remember was taking a sip of some water. That's about it.
Thank you.
I think I remember taking a nap.
I don't think that was in there.
Wonderful. Well, thank you for answering. After we start, we have a game for you to play.
Ooh, I like games.
Yeah, I'm a gamer, I think.
And it will determine how good of an anime podcast reviewer you are.
I don't ever remember signing up to be an anime reviewer.
Pino, I think we're screwed.
Oh, no. Wait, how did you know my name?
Oh, please press this button.
That's the only other thing I remember.
I remember your name. Your name's Garb.
Holy shit.
Can you guys please press this button?
What button?
The one in front of you.
This better be what I think it is.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Ding 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 ding. Woohoo! Death Parade.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
Wow, it's not a game, it's an anime because we have to review it and I messed up the intro. Welcome to the Fucking Anime Podcast. Here we are. The really like kind of like weird looking creepy short guy who has a mustache, but it's shaved like Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man. Well, that's Pino.
Damn, I should have told you guys I shaved. Hi, I'm Robert Downey Jr. My mustache is talking to you.
The slightly taller but more gangly dude who looks just real comfortable to not being on Earth. Well, that's Garbalax.
Hey, is that Robbie Downey Jr. without his mustache?
Robbie!
Hey, Garbalax, you can call me Robbie.
Hey, Robbie.
Hi, I'm
And your
Iron Man.
bartender for tonight, that is me, Chuck. Hey, guys.
Who's this guy?
I don't know. But I think he knows Robert Downey Jr.
It seems like it. I didn't even know he was here.
I have connections.
I see. Guys, Robert Downey Jr. isn't dead, I swear.
Guys, welcome to the Funky Anime Podcast.
Wait, am I
This
dead?
has been...
No.
Yes.
Ah, shit.
I've never been alive and you two are dead.
Dang. Are you a puppet?
Damn. We're
That's
all
canon.
just puppets.
That's canon now.
Nice.
Guys, this episode, we watched
Brought
Death
to you-
Parade.
Is brought to you by the Afterlife.
No, it's brought to you by the letter P for
Brought
Pino.
to you by gamers.
And also brought to you by our wonderful Patreon.
Woohoo!
I want to thank Sid, and I want to thank John, and I want to thank Joan Cosmos for
But
helping us.
we love all of you.
We do. If you want,
God.
I'm dying.
My
If you
bartender
wanna-
is drinking behind the counter.
no, come on.
We're supposed to be playing the game.
I haven't been drinking nothing.
We have to
Also-
thank the sponsors first before we can.
Then
It's
I
like
can
the
start
credits
drinking.
that show up at the before the opening crawl. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also, I want to thank you everyone on our Patreon. And if you want to support us, go to patreon.com/3Weebros. Once again, that's patreon.com/3Weebros. And you can help us produce the show. And we're eternally grateful for anyone who actually does pay.
Go
and
to
help.
funkyanimePodcast.com to
Don't go
find
to that
everything.
website. It crashes your computer. It's a
No,
virus.
it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
It's
No,
a
there's
virus.
not. There's no virus.
There's a big virus on it.
You're a virus.
Oh, I'm the virus. I deleted myself.
Oh no.
Yeah. But we watched Death Parade this time. So while I scrounge around for how I do the podcast, even though we've done it 60 times at this point, have you guys heard of Death Parade before?
No.
No.
Okay. Not one?
Next segment.
Not even a one?
Nope, not a one. Just that one time you showed us the OP, I think last episode.
I don't
Yeah,
know
I-
I don't know if it's been one time that I've showed you people the OP. I've probably shown you that OP
Yeah. I don't.
like
I
10 times.
it didn't seem immediately familiar, but I've probably seen it because I'm sure it's one that's been linked.
Yeah, because I've told you about.
So you've seen it. I know you have.
Yes, I've watched. This is my second watch. I watched it a year and a half ago, I think. About.
Ooh.
It was during the beginning of the podcast, and this has been on my list for a long time, and we're finally getting around to it, which I'm very excited about. But yeah, I watched this before. I knew of the OP before the show ever watching it because, of course, I drink that shit up. And let's see. I don't know. I don't really got any other ways to intro this. It's been like a month since I've hosted a podcast, so it's weird. But yeah, so let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Death Parade aired in winter 2015. Was animated by Madhouse, which we've seen many times on the podcast before. Obviously,
Absolutely.
Who?
Death Note, No Game No Life,
Footnote?
Overlord, Black
Overfoot.
Lagoon,
Foot Lagoon?
Trigun, No Game No Life Zero, and then there's a bunch of other shows that I've watched or I know of that are very good that we will watch in the future.
They have an excellent track record.
Yeah, very good. Probably the second best track record behind KyoAni for this. Mostly because they made Overlord. And
Yeah. Yeah, that kind of docks it down. Sorry.
sorry, guys. But Madhouse is still very good. They've made some of the best stuff that we've seen. And funny thing about Death Parade, it was actually based off of the 2013 animated short film Death Billiards.
Okay.
Which was essentially an OVA created for, if I'm checking to remember it correctly, it was made for the 2012 Young Animator Training Project to help train young animators, and this was made at the same type of the same event as the Little Witch Academia OVA
That's
was
right.
also made. They were both made in 2012,
Wow.
and interesting. So it's basically like the same show. It's just an extra episode. So It's really interesting. Not a lot to talk about besides the show. So if you want another episode, and I think it actually looks a little bit better than this show,
Probably.
just because it's one OVA and you're
and it was for training purposes, so they really have to and that was the friggin', like you said, Little Witch Academia was there too, so it was a good year for that event.
Yeah, good year 2012. Coney, all that good stuff.
One of the apocalypses.
Yeah, God, I wish it happened then.
It just started.
But yeah, so it's an original. It's an original story, not based on anything else, which I think is really cool. And
that's great for keeping these shows short and concise.
Yeah, because they know where they're going, and they just.
We'll get into it more, but God, getting to watch a short little contained 12-episode show, always a treat.
Isn't it fun? Isn't it great not to have to slave away on like 26, 50 or 100 episodes on a show that you're like, well, I gotta watch it now. But yeah.
Wait a second, were you making fun of me?
Never. Not once.
Okay.
Well, because technically everyone here has made us watch a large number of episodes for one of their shows, and all of them have been shown in anime, by the way. So,
thank goodness we don't have to watch Boo Saga again.
Thank goodness I don't have to go back to Namek again.
Guys, we're gonna go back to Namek again.
Oh no!
Just thinking about that, I do like shorter, like if it's done well, shorter, concise stories can tell a lot of good stories.
Yeah, I mean, take Gurren Lagann, for example. That's like a whole 900 episodes in 26.
Yeah, it's true. You could have definitely stretched that one out.
Oh yeah,
but
they didn't.
Yeah, thank God. I would have doctored points. But so let's just talk about the show, shall we?
Absolutely.
No, I don't want to.
Okay, what do you want to talk about, Pino?
The end.
We haven't used that song in 2 years, Pino.
I forgot to memorize the second
ending.
season.
But
doesn't that hurt, Mr. Garbalax?
Just a little bit. Only a lot.
The only thing I remember is.
There you go. That's it.
See, that's all you
That
need
was
to
the
say.
ending.
No! It would be a good ending, though. No, the new one... Fuck. How does the new one go? It's like...
Wait, no, that sounds like a different... What is that? That sounds like the fucking song from Metroid.
Is it the one that goes... Weeb woop wop?
No, it's not. I would like you to play that song again.
Yeah, which one, man?
The one that goes... Ba, ba, wah, ba.
No, man, you're thinking about...
No, I'm thinking of the... Ba, 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 ba.
No, you're thinking of... You're thinking of Boba Fett, Boba Drink.
Boba Drink. Guys, that was all cut.
No.
No!
Let's talk about that animation, though. Shall we?
Of course.
I love me that animation.
That's good.
Very nice.
I mean, it's Madhouse.
It's Madhouse. Yeah, you can't really dock. I don't think there was any part in this show where it didn't look good. It never looked bad.
No complaints. It looked great. I would say some of the characters I thought felt a little over-designed, but I can't go too hard on that because there's some that are really good, like Mr. Roseman.
Oh, dude, I love Foxy Grandpa.
And especially when it comes to the limited locations that they had, it was like the bar, the Japanese-style bar, the 90th floor.
They made those very dense with stained glass behind the bar.
I won't say I won't say just regular moments in the show stood out to me, but when you did have those scenery changes when the game was chosen, or when you just see Deckham behind the wine counter, that was I think those really stood out. But everything else kind of just, I feel like it just worked because they were in the afterlife. There was you're not really there to see the backgrounds. My personal opinion. You're there to see the games and people suffer.
Yeah.
But I like it. It's very solid. It's very Madhouse.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I really like we talked before. The backgrounds itself looks super nice because, you know, they only had to draw like 10, but but like they really went in depth with a lot of details, like you guys said. They showed like the bathroom in several different angles that, like, you know, you only see in 2 episodes basically. So there's a lot of like good focus on the small things, which is really important for a limited setting like this. And I really do like all the character designs. I like the Arbiter's eyes. Ooh, love those eyes.
Gotta have some good eyes, dude. That's what makes a show.
That's true. I'm trying to think of what else. I don't know. It looks real nice. It's a good looking show.
Mm-hmm. Dude, we're gonna speed through all these segments because it's like, yeah, it's good.
Yeah,
Except
like
the OP,
it's
that'll
really
be
good.
100
Like there's like all the scenes are like there's a couple fight scenes that are choreographed very well. There's a lot of interesting shots.
Especially
And I
when they
didn't
go-
expect there to be fight scenes. I was
I didn't expect there to
surprised.
be figure skating scene, which
Yes,
was very,
yeah.
very well done. That was
Man,
that was like what,
we
5
should-
minutes of animation?
Yeah, right.
That was, like, wild.
It was
dude.
good.
And am I good? Can I talk about the score real quick?
Guys, not yet. Spoilers.
Ah,
First off, spoilers. Watch the fucking show.
Yeah.
Like watch it. It's 12 episodes. What are you missing on watching it? Nothing. You're gonna miss out on a good fucking story that you should watch.
yeah.
Okay. But yeah, animation wise, good. Figure skating was really good.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of like kind of 3D particle effects that they used in this, which I actually liked because
Yeah.
they used it for like the kind of dust and flakes from.
They also used it for the billiard table. The
Yeah.
their balls.
Yeah.
The-
Well, it
the
looks
Earth
good
and
there,
the moon.
especially like with Saturn, because there's
When you
no
say
way
the
they could
moon.
have done that.
What about Uranus?
Yeah, Uranus looked pretty good too.
Yep.
That was a good
We'll be
joke.
here all next week.
All for the next hour. And then after that hour passes, we're gonna be a bad podcast.
But like you
But
said
yeah.
before, Chuck, that 3D looks fine on inanimate objects, and they didn't use it on any people. Well, we'll
Yeah.
we'll,
And they
we'll get
didn't-
into
they
what
didn't-
people are. Here in
They
a little
didn't overutilize it as well.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
used it for what they knew would look good. They didn't like, you know what, let's make all the elevators 3D, which they didn't. They made them 2D and they looked super nice.
bit. You bet.
Like all those elevator climbing and dropping scenes, ooh, so nice. I don't know. It's good. It's good. I like it.
Absolutely.
Snapstalutely. Guys, let's talk about that OST then.
Oh man, dude, the fucking ballet scene with that, dude, that whole piece was so fucking good.
Yes. Sorry, I don't have emotions.
Uh-oh.
Okay, that's a joke. If you watch the series. And if I have to explain it, it's not funny.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, no. I forgot how good the OST was.
That one that you were talking about, or that we talked about in the Patreon chat. If you join the Patreon, you can hang out in the Discord.
What?
But
You can
with
hang out with these guys in the Patreon?
What? That's
How much?
amazing. Yeah, but
Yeah.
that one with the weird samples when they were playing the billiards.
Yeah.
Reminded me of that. It was kind of Durarara-esque where they had like the people chatting in the background in that
Yeah.
exact scene. I was just like, okay, I dig this. I
There's
thought
a
it was my
couple, like-
neighbors.
Yeah, there's a couple like super funky songs, like that one specifically had them talking, and it's like super intense. They had with when Ginty did his own, because you get an episode of him doing his own judgments, and it has a much sillier tone to it, even though the stakes are like higher. I guess.
Extreme twister.
Yeah, it was good though, because like
And there's that one recurring motif that plays. It's like thematic with the death and such that they. There's a really good arrangement of it in the last couple episodes that really fleshes everything out in it, and it's just so good because they would play that song usually about every episode. I couldn't repeat every note of it, but if you watched it, you know that little lullaby.
yeah. I'm surprised on like I said before, I completely forgot how good this OST was.
Dude, it was so
and it's a
good.
shame. Because
it's a good thing
so
you saw
good.
it again. So
I was going to watch it again regardless, so I just made you guys watch it.
Good decision.
Very good decision.
This is a treat.
Thank you. I was worried. I was worried that you guys wouldn't like it, and I was going to be real sad.
I never
during
said
the
that, did I?
Just kidding.
Oh, no.
Listen, it had just the right amount of edginess in it for me to like it.
Yeah. I looked at it and I'm
right
like,
amount of alcohol for me to enjoy it.
Dude,
Pino
dub,
really was slurping those.
that was a good ass dub.
Yeah,
it was. It was very good.
The dub was made by Funny, obviously.
Very funny.
But
We got
super
some
good.
voices in there. We got
Yeah.
some familiar faces. Did you guys hear Bulma?
I did hear
Did you guys,
Bulma,
did you
and
guys
I
hear
heard
our favorite man, Ian
I
Sinclair,
heard
probably
Ian,
was in there.
Bulma and Ian talked. That was fun. The main girl, which Chiyuki. Spoilers, by the way. She's actually voiced by the same one who did Panty and done a bunch of other funny shows. And I was just like, I know who she is. And I was like, damn, that's awesome because she's in a good show.
Hey,
What? And also, she's the Chibitalia narrator, which is from Hitalia, and I don't think anyone else here has watched Hitalia.
Nope.
nope.
But we're gonna watch it eventually, and then people
Nope.
are gonna get mad at us because it's quote unquote racist.
I can't
Cool.
believe it. We're going to be toxic.
Which we'll talk about it whenever we watch that in like 2-3 years. But
Don't forget Deckham's Mr. Aizawa.
he is.
Yeah.
It's
very
very good, very good. One of the other things.
Oh,
Val-
shoot, Deckham was Kaku? Awesome. That's why I
Yeah.
remembered his voice somewhere.
Before I want to talk a little bit more about the voice actors, but since this is the first time we've recorded since the passing of Keiji Fujiwara, he was actually the detective in this anime, and he recently passed away about a week ago. And I just wanted to make a point of just saying, I don't
Rest
even
in
know
peace.
who's listening to it, but rest in peace, and just thank you for all the work that you've done, because I watched it subbed before, and he did a fantastic job in that role, and many
Our hearts
other
and minds go out to his family. Hopefully
Yes.
they're doing okay in this trying time, too.
absolutely. And he also played Lad Russo, which is awesome.
It is.
But yeah, and many other great voice actors, both Japanese and English dub. So I don't think you can go wrong with either. I enjoyed both equally.
If you're a dub fan, you'll
You'll
if you're
like
kinda
it.
on the fence, you'll like it still. If
Yeah,
you're a
there's-
true hard sub, go for it, man. It's good.
Yeah, there are no wrong choices, except for I haven't listened to any of the other dubs besides English. So
Oh yeah, sure. Try the other ones, I guess.
I guess I
probably
don't know
good.
how good they are, but try.
Does Funny just do English, or do they do the other ones too?
I don't
Hell
know.
if I know. Well, we'll find out later.
Well,
Someone email us.
we'll do some research on it later. But
Funimation, just add us and then sponsor us.
yeah,
please.
sponsors, please.
Yeah.
There's, man, I'm just listening to the music now, and I'm just like, this is so good. I love all the music in this. It's great.
Absolutely. That's I can't say any. Don't have anything bad to say.
Yeah,
Like
Well,
There's
let's
a
keep
lot-
talking about the good. Let's move on.
yeah, yeah. There's
For
a lot
real.
of jazziness in the OST, which makes me like so happy. I love
makes
jazz.
me scream.
What?
Makes me
Does
pee.
not make me scream. Well, guys,
makes
we're
me
gonna
scream
probably
with
be
glee.
this is probably the most positive we'll ever be on this fucking podcast. We're about to talk about the Death Parade OP, which is Flyers by Bradio.
Dude, go for it. Go.
Holy fucking shit! This is, I think, my favorite opening of all time. It's definitely one of my like top 3. I don't know if it's top, but it is there. I used this opening, the part of Decim shaking to mix the drink. That's in our opening,
Which one?
it's
New
in
one?
this one. It's in the new
Opening
one.
three.
Funnily, I talked about this last episode, but funnily enough, I had to actually extend the scene of him shaking it because it wasn't quite long enough for what I needed. So I
just,
artificially
reverse
sped it forward. Well, because the camera barely moves when they do that. So I was able to it pans down and then it doesn't move. So I was able to get the shaking motion for longer.
Job.
But holy shit, this is a good opening.
Guys, always thank your editors.
Please. Always thank your editor. You're welcome. But with this opening, it is happy and upbeat and exciting. A lot of different things happening at all the same time. Super fast paced, which is a wonderful juxtaposition against the super serious nature of the show. There's obviously some funny moments and good fun to be had in this show, but not to the level of that this opening would tell you. But
yeah, it doesn't say anything about the show, I think.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
Yeah.
But it tells
good. It has the games put in. It shows you all the characters, shows them all dancing. And there's little character things in this, but not a lot, which is fine. Because it's an opening. It's fun. It's supposed to draw you in and show you these characters and
and it does that in the first couple seconds, within 10 seconds it's already flashed all the pictures of who everyone is.
Which, by the way, that's how you do freaking PNGs in your opening.
Yeah, real quick. Just
stylize
get it out of the
them
way.
and make them quick.
Yeah.
You gotta make sure that they're there for a reason and not just to pad time.
Yeah.
But this song itself,
dude,
is
boom,
so
boom,
good.
boom.
Yeah, it's going through the sky. I have had this on my Spotify playlist since I made it. This was the second song I put on.
Japan was not a mistake one?
Japan was not a mistake. It's true. Because they made this. So how can I say it's a mistake anymore? But it has them playing, it has Nona playing DDR, which is so fun.
That's the best part. That's the best part.
Having people swing on Decim strings, has Ginty ripping his shirt off, and then
he doesn't do that in the show. I was fooled.
Chiyuki and Decim dancing makes my heart so happy and sad at the same time. I sometimes tear up watching this opening because it's so good.
And they introduce so many elements that are brought up later. I swear I saw a ballerina just slide with no.
Well, yeah, because it had Chiyuki. Chiyuki literally skated in this opening in the background when
it's very early.
Quinn with Quinn and Nona were drinking. Behind them, it has Decim clapping while Chiyuki's skating.
Yeah,
dude. And there's so many little things in this. It's so good. It makes me so happy watching this opening because this is how to make a good opening. How to make it stick in your head, make it memorable while still relate to the show, but it draws you in. It makes you want to watch the show. This is what brought me into Death Parade because I saw this opening and I'm like, well, fuck me, I gotta watch it now. It's so good. The song is so good. Bradio's a fantastic group. The music video for the song is actually really fun too, which I love. Has everyone dancing. I don't know, man. It's
Sorry,
just
I've been
good.
replaying the song nonstop since you've been talking.
I know.
So I haven't said anything.
know. It's so good. I've just had it on loop while I've been talking about it, and I can't not smile. And it has the picture book with Chavot in it, and that's a reference. They go to the 90th floor. They have Chiaki. What is it? It's not Chiaki. It's Chiyuki. Chiyuki coming down at the end, and then she's holding the two dolls that her mom made her. And I'm just that's so good. That's so good.
And you know what the best part is? Spoiler alert, guys. At the end of the series, they play this song at the end.
Yeah.
And it's replaced with a puppet of the chick, and I was just like, wow.
Yeah.
That hurts.
Yeah, and at the end they show her sitting in the chair, and I'm just like, oof, man.
Well, damn, it all came full circle.
And she had no eyes, right?
Yeah, well, because she talked to him, and when they conversed a couple episodes before, she's like, well, I'm gonna die, and am I gonna end there? And he said, no, of course not. And she's like, oh right, thanks, because he kept the figure because it reminds him, and I don't know, keeps him sane, I guess. I don't know. I think that's just such a cool way to put it together. I love it. I can't say any more besides that I absolutely love it.
It slaps.
Yeah, if anyone else wants to talk about it, I'm sorry for
I think
up
you
10 minutes of the time.
I think you covered it all pretty good.
Yeah. It just makes me so happy, dude. So good. I'm going to have to make a video on this eventually of this opening cuz it's just phenomenal. Oh, man. And man, with the little text when they say boom 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 in the song and it
that's what I'm saying.
Them, it's just
boom,
there's so
boom,
many
boom.
Dude, boom boom boom. Let me hear say wayo.
I heard something else with those 3 notes.
No one got that joke. Damn.
Is that Lionel Richie?
No, it's not. It's in fact not Lionel Richie. I hate to break it to you, Pino.
Dang it.
I don't know. It's just so fun. It's so good. Ugh, fuck. Fuck. It's so good.
Hold up. We got to be positive about a different song now.
Guys, the ending is also so good.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, I don't think I'm going to make it.
Dude, is it almost over now?
My blood is on the ground.
Into the darkness.
Guys, it's Last Theater by Noisy Cell.
Because I never felt like a teenage... I've never felt so emo before.
Right? You've never felt so edgy before.
Yeah, man. That's all in English. Most of the ending is in English. And I was like, what? This... In my anime? English?
In my anime? That isn't overdubbed? That isn't a dubbed one?
I felt like I was just like listening to like the alternative rock station.
Yeah,
like
right?
every time I'm just like, what's going on? One more step. I'm just like, oh, dude. God.
I love this one. Yeah. It's still a like sort of slideshow-esque, but I still feel like it was made properly because there's still, some movement, and more than anything, these are like the dolls, like the figures of all the dead bodies, so it's very thematically fits, and like the theme of everything like falling apart, and there's not, you die. You're gonna die one day, and like that gives this whole meaning. I don't know, man. I love this one too, because it's weird because the opening is so good that you forget about this ending. But this ending is so good.
And they mix it up every now and then, too.
Yeah.
Like, they don't...
Whenever they had...
Per scenario.
Yeah, per scenario, there would be people who... Like, the people who are being judged, you get to see their backgrounds. You get to see, like, pictures of them.
I think the first episode even started off as, like... The first episode, the ending wasn't even, like, the actual end. It was, like,
it had the 2 people in the
couple,
car.
yeah.
See, now that's how you excuse having a slideshow. You've got just that one.
You got multiple slideshows.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, and like the song's good. They still do have moving parts, especially when everything's deteriorating, which is such a good visual, by the way. Man, it just makes me... I just love this. I love this ending so fucking much. And then I also sing. I sing it every time I do this. I always sing, and I'm just like, dude, I feel so alone. My blood is on the ground. It's so good.
For real.
Man, Death Parade's just good. That's just gonna be this whole thing. It's so... Yeah, it makes me happy. Ugh. Anything else you guys got to say about the ending? Sorry that I just take up all this space.
You're good, man. I just don't want to destroy my life.
Well, talk about it. Dude,
no, it's okay.
No, it's almost over now.
Just remember.
My blood is on the ground.
I don't gonna make it. Is it almost over now?
Oh, God.
The way.
Can the podcast just be us trying to sing this?
I'm okay with that. That's not the song. Man, when are we watching Boba?
We were supposed to watch it a couple weeks ago, but it was changed.
Well, it was
at
changed
the
because
last.
Anime has changed.
It's because Patreon picked it, so we had to push back Boba.
Yeah, that's fair. And then and it's coming. I got the itch, man. I can't.
Now that I've watched like another dub, I'm just like, but
Don't worry. We'll end the trifecta of Bobo soon enough, and maybe this episode won't be bad.
Oh man, that's a running theme, ain't it?
Yeah.
Listen, they ain't all winners.
Yeah, but none of the Bobo ones are.
The first one has the charm of being one of the old episodes. So the
second one, I don't know what I was on.
The second one was fun. I really liked the second. Man, that episode really keeps me hopping.
You fucking say that.
See, we still reference Bobo. That's how good, guys. I know this is about
please,
Death Parade, but
please
watch Bobo. Watch Bobo is so good. Anyway, let's talk about more Death Parade, shall we?
Yeah,
absolutely.
I'll just summarize the plot real quick. How about that?
Sure.
So Death Parade is following the concept is that after death, humans basically go to heaven or hell, but rather they either get reincarnated or their souls get lost.
Forever.
Cast into the void.
Cast into the void. But if you die at the same time as someone else, then you are sent to, what is it called? I don't know what it's, just quindecim basically, I think is what they call it. But this bar is attended by decim. And basically they have to play a death game, which they wager their lives, and then through that they get judged, and then it shows whether they get reincarnated or they get sent to the void. And it's a super interesting concept. It's a lot of like focusing on what's good, what's bad.
And they really fleshed all of their ideas out because they kept it so short and no time was wasted. And they really showed off this idea of what a world this would be.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
It truly explores all of human nature in the show in 12 episodes, which is really cool.
I eat that shit up.
It was a real thinker of a show, huh?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It made you go,
Man. I was very shocked at the end of the first episode. I was like, "Oh no, not again! We're gonna go. I'm gonna have a bad time. You're gonna make me think too much." And then then they pulled a whole like Ocean's 11 where they explain what happened. The second episode, I'm like, "Okay, I'm down with that." I wonder if this is how it's gonna go, and it still surprised me every time they died.
By the end of the first episode, I was like, "Please give us a rotating like character set, please," and they did it. And there was a new scenario every episode with new characters every episode that, they usually explored all they needed to with them. And then if they needed them back later, hey, maybe they'll come back. Mm-hmm. Or maybe there'll be little references to them. A certain band, maybe.
Maybe they'll just make puppets of them. I don't know.
Yeah. Maybe do something weird.
So let's talk about that.
It's a hobby. Don't make fun of me.
Let's talk about this first scenario. So it's Takashi and Machiko, who are newlyweds, and they died at the same time, and they had to play a game of darts, and each dart hurt a body part.
Yeah, depending on where it landed on the dartboard.
Yes, and
my scapula.
And they could throw. They have the throw as in like waste their turn.
Not hit the target, which they did for most of, and then there was jealousy and like
lies,
a bunch
deception.
It's super cool because there's a lot of you see desperation,
and that's the key of the quindecim right there. They want to see the darkness of the human soul in order to accurately judge, at least according to their theory of judging, which is cool. Siri, I did not say anything. Why are you?
She's always listening.
But it's so interesting because they have these people, and then they get sent to either reincarnation or the void. And through the second episode, which Nona and I keep forgetting her name, Chiyuki.
Chimisaki.
No. Nona and Chiyuki, they both watch this, and then after the conclusion, Chiyuki is like, well, I think that Machiko was lying to save the guy's life, or like the guy's soul, which is like a super interesting thing to happen because the arbiters are supposed to have no emotions. They're supposed to be truly just like analytical, and they know what...
They're impartial.
Yeah, they're impartial. But having a human, which is revealed right as soon as this, is that Chiyuki's a human. And she has her own human emotions. And then it's also shown later that Decim also was implanted with human emotions, which also adds another wrinkle to this whole judgment, which is really cool. Oh, yeah. So then...
Well, they started out by, like, showing, hey, there's different perspectives here. Like, you know, love it. Go ahead.
No, so it's just, I loved it. I love the setup. And so after the brutality of those first 2 episodes of, like, betrayal and hurting, they then go to a new set, which was they bowled. And so Mai and Shigeru, they knew each other before, which they didn't know. They learned, and you learn your memories through playing the game, essentially.
Yeah, when you die, you forget everything before you died, in a sense. Yeah. But it's still like it's in the back of your mind.
They have a little bit left in there, in their latent memories, I think they call it.
Yeah,
they're lagging. They're
lagging a bit. I've got lag. That's why. But and then because before the first 2 episodes was a lot brutal, but then the bowling one is a completely different story where it's more about these 2 characters, you know, getting to learn about each other again, and the reveal that Mai introduced herself as Chisato, which was actually another childhood friend, and Mai had plastic surgery to look like Chisato.
Yeah. Well, I think part of it is that she had tricked herself.
Yeah.
And that was really interesting.
Yeah, it's an interesting concept because not every death game needs to be a brutal death match and bring out a lot of anger. It's also brings out some nice emotions that aren't just fear.
I think I have a date to claim.
Yeah, that was like, oof, my heart.
But it's not. I said I have a date to claim. I was like, what a guy.
You have 5 minutes.
What?
That was my attempt at a joke. My apologies.
Not funny, Decim.
Didn't laugh.
It's so good. It's so interesting. I really liked that episode.
It was nice.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was. I can agree. I agree. It's nice to see different scenarios, but that one was a little bit of a sleeper for me.
Yeah. Well, I think it was more to help reset after the fucking brutality of that first one.
Yeah, I was sucked in. I was in it.
I was in episode 1. That like it, I was just like, yes, I'm scared. Mom, come pick me up. I'm scared.
You're not getting picked up till 7, Pino.
No.
7 million years because we're in the afterlife.
I can't believe it. Am I in arbiter training?
Maybe.
Probably.
Good. Hey, why is my bone? Oh, my hand fell off.
Don't worry, we can screw that back on.
Not puppetry.
Oh no, poppets.
No. But yeah, so that was the next scenario, and then after that we had Death Arcade, which was
here comes a new challenger.
That's not the right song.
It was Yusuke and Mizaki, who they were fought with an arcade fighting game, which, by the way, this was Ian Sinclair and this was Bulma. I can't remember the voice actress name right now, but I feel bad about just calling her Bulma because that's not her name.
Let's find her, man. That's what we got Mal for.
I know. That's now that it actually works.
Thanks, Mal, for working.
Yay. No more excuses.
Monica Rial.
Monica Rial.
Thank you for
great work.
Thank you for doing voices in a lot of things.
Keep it up. Proud of you.
We need to use that as our opening. Is Pino saying he's proud of us?
But
yeah, okay. we saw some gaming happen.
Yeah, we watched some gaming, and then the fucking...
We all got offended, and
Control
we
6
all had a good time.
They went...
That guy was a weeb. Let's be real.
It was. He had a body pillow.
It's true.
And this, I think, was the first real, like... I know that, like, the car crash and the bus crash were, like, heavy deaths, but then the girl was murdered and the guy committed suicide, which by the big subject matters ahead. We're going to talk about it.
Oh, yeah. We said to watch the show first.
Yeah, watch the show, and also just, like, we are going to be tackling this big subject matter, so if you don't feel comfortable, you can head out now. Yoink. It's fine. Yeah, it's fine. But this was rough. With each I guess finishing special had basically one thing that they like loved or cherished in their life. So for the TV celebrity, she had her children, and like they fought, like they helped attack.
Yeah, it was like family team attack or something, whatever.
Yeah, and then Yusuke, he had his stepmother, who he was estranged with, I guess.
Yeah, they hadn't talked in a couple years.
Yeah, he was not.
You're not my mom.
She tried really hard, and he was just like, "You're not my mom," and it felt bad because at the end of this, both of them like shut down in tears because they're like, "I can't believe this. Like, why did I do that? Why did this happen? Like, I miss a living," and then it was just. It was crazy.
In that episode, I didn't get to see who was sent to the void and who was given the second chance. That one was a little obscure to me.
Yusuke was reincarnated, and then Misaki was sent to the void. So the guy was sent.
That's rough.
And also in the bowling episode, both of them were reincarnated.
Oh, they both were?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's awesome.
That can
I didn't know you could do two.
Yeah, because I think what it was, you just see which way the elevator goes, because both the elevators, I think, just function as normal elevators.
One of them has like a little white coming out from it, and then the other one just goes down.
Yeah, well, it just depends on like where they go, but it's
interesting. I'll tell you what, that episode, I was at work watching that one. That hit. I was like, oh, I'm not supposed to feel it. Oh,
yeah, right.
Emotions. I gotta clock in. Never mind. But no, that one hit. I was happy. I was very content with that episode. Thought that was very good.
Yeah, I
think it was one of the better episodes.
Yeah, I really liked it. But then after that, we just get to a whole different arbiter. We get to meet Ginty, who's a fiery red-haired lad who has a Japanese style bar, and he has Mayu and Harada. Mayu is just a normal girl. She's obsessed with what is it called? The Cross Heart Attack
is the band.
And then Harada's part of that group, and then they play a game of Hardcore Twister, and then they fall into Spike.
Bro, that was the funniest episode.
Yeah, well, that was supposed to... Like, I'm glad that they had that, because I feel like if you stayed with Deckham for, like, that sort of... for that long, like, if you kept doing Deckham stories and only did those types of judgments, I feel like you wouldn't really get the variety and, like, how this whole...
Yeah, you need to see how others do it to understand like this whole world that they have set up. So this was necessary, and it's
you know what the worst part of the episode though was? The way how Mayu died. She just literally slipped on soap.
She went. Whoop.
She went. Oh no!
And then she smashed her skull, and that was rough.
Sometimes that's life.
Yeah. But what is it?
As opposed to Haruto, who got yeeted. He literally blew up. That was
rough.
Oof. Yeah,
that's a rough way to go. And then they what is it called? He just got that was another deep episode or like a rough episode because Harada, because he was shown as a quote unquote womanizer, and one of the people that he dated committed suicide after being broken up with, and like that really affected him mentally, which fair enough. That would affect anyone mentally. And, this, like we said before, as they played the game, more memories kind of get filtered into their heads. Which, like, affects how they think and affects how they're playing, and it's such an interesting concept and an interesting way to show emotion and show that sort of thing. I really enjoy it. I think it's really cool. And
you're really cool. Just kidding.
Oh
no. Sorry.
But yeah, and then after there's a spike pit. Mayu actually sacrifices herself to save Harda.
She sacrifices her underwear too.
Yeah, it's true. Uh-oh. And then
she had to pee, man. Just let the girl pee.
I would not until the game's over. But then after the credits, they actually do a little concert, which I don't know if you guys. I think I told you guys to watch after.
Oh yeah,
the ending.
I
Okay,
watched
good.
till the end. Once
Good.
the show has something at the end, I kind of stay for all the episodes.
Because they do that, and it was great because they just they did a little concert and they all did dancing, and Ginty was not happy, and it was great. It was good stuff.
Yeah.
But then, episode 7 comes around, which is a completely different like setup, because this is the first episode that isn't about a judgment per se. This is more of a backstory heavy episode.
And like behind the scenes stuff that's happening
which is
during the
interesting.
other episodes,
Also, we haven't talked a lot about it, but Nona and Oculus play pool sometimes.
Yeah.
And then he always loses that.
He's
that,
almost
that
God,
foxy
as he-
grandpa,
as he calls him.
Fox has been God is
It's just Crocus from One Piece.
God has been gone a long time ago. But so this episode basically, this is the introduction
Dang.
to Decim into Quinn
Decim.
Decim. Pino?
Yes.
Can you not?
Do it
Have
again.
my sincerest apologies.
Do it again.
Was my attempt at humor.
Yeah, I can tell. But
It won't happen again.
they were talking about like things that they treasured, and the how Quinn moved into the information bureau, which adds a whole nother layer of like how this place works, because each person's memories kind of get made into this sort of stained glass design, which is brought together, and people are dying super fast, and it's shit because they don't have enough people to keep up, and
It's like a usual workforce.
yeah.
There's never enough people.
Yeah, and it's just interesting with Quinn drinking with Nona, and then Oculus is like, this is a book. And she's like, I just like the book, okay? And then the book will be revealed later. But then they get sent some murderers. Well, they get sent a murderer, at least as far as Decim thought. And it's a detective and just
Decim
a
knew it
guy.
was two.
No, I thought he said sent like a murderer. I don't know, because they didn't.
Well,
From what they said at the beginning, I think it was to made, at least for Chiyuki. She was under the assumption that there was one murderer. I don't know if Decim said it wrong or said it a different way.
Well,
but
they've been known to not entirely tell the truth before.
yes. And
I mean, Decim got all the memories, so he would have obviously known.
yeah, but so Shimada is a young guy, and then the detective is Tatsumi, and then they play air hockey. But then before the air hockey game, Shimada is found with like a bloody knife in his bag. He finds it, no one else sees it, and you're like, whoa, so he's the murderer, and you're like, okay, that makes sense. Now we have like someone to root for, someone to go against. But then by the end of it, you see that Shimada killed the guy who assaulted his sister, and then Tatsumi was killed. He killed the guy who killed his wife, and then you're like, fuck, they're both murderers. And you're like,
wait,
uh-oh.
one of them killed another person.
Yeah, and then But then after that, they're like, wait.
Morality is hard.
Yeah. And then it's actually shown that
Shimada killed Tatsumi.
Shimada killed Tatsumi because he went to go avenge the other victim. So
He was the revenger.
Yeah. It's such an interesting thing because it makes sense because they were two intertwined and they died at the same time. And it was just a super intense session because both of their minds were like on killing. And during this episode,
it bled into 2 episodes.
Yeah, which I think it worked because they needed more time to do everything that they wanted to do. Mm-hmm. And Chiyuki asked for the memories and she got them. And she's like, is this what a murderer feels like? Is this what they think of? Which I think is super interesting to finally give, because for the longest time, she hadn't like gotten any of the memories. She's just been observing, and she just broke down. And I'm like, makes sense. And then they kind of fight, and finally, at the end, Dekum was like, it's like, did you want to kill him? What was his name? Shimada said like, I want to kill him. And then Dekum was like, that can be arranged. and then he's like, well, you can't kill someone who's already dead, but you can inflict a lot of pain on him. And he's like, yeah, and Dekum was just like, well, that's unfortunate. And I'm like, that's fucking funny, first off. And then at the ending, which it's another variation of the ending, Shimada just stabs all of the air hockey pucks, which are inscribed with different
body parts
on it. And man, that's just so.
They both go to the void in that case. I didn't understand that one.
Yeah, it's unknown, but it's most likely that both of them were sent to the void. Because they don't actually show that, because it literally ends with the stab of all the hockey pucks, it's another super interesting one, because you'd be like, okay, they've played darts, but then you're like, oh, they played bowling? Wait, they've played Twister? And like
played an arcade game?
Game?
Yeah, there's no consistency in the games, which I love. How it seems to be random, even though I think it's predetermined.
I'm pretty sure. I don't think it's random at all. I think that the button pressing and like the random thing, that it's already set, and that no matter what they land on, it's going to be the same thing.
Because I know in Death Billiards it was predetermined. I don't know if in the show itself was predetermined, but I assume
maybe it's one of those things that's like kind of up to interpretation. But if Death Billiards did it that way, then I'm thinking that suspicion is the right way.
Well, you have to be mad. It's only game.
It's only game.
Oh, no! And that's how it goes.
You die in the game. You die for real.
Boy, you're already dead.
But, so...
I like that episode a lot.
Yeah, that was a really cool, little 2 episode.
Be honest, who did you side with?
I think I sided
with the detective. I'm sorry.
With the detective, yeah. That was who I was.
He said, I heard my wife say yes, thank you, and I was just like...
Which also means that he's kind of crazy, though.
Yeah, well, yeah.
But detectives are cool. You ever play L.A. Noire?
Have you ever played Ace Attorney? Do you not like Gumshoe? Yeah. What a guy. Yeah. But let's talk about the next kind of little arc, Storyteller, which talks a little bit more about Chiyuki's backstory, which is good because you've had her for 10 episodes now, and you're like, wow, haven't really gotten too much, but the time has finally come because
they've dropped hints.
Yeah, her body has finally been deteriorating, and so this is where Dekum finally needs to judge her. So
it's the build up to the climax.
Yeah, and once Dekum's like, I got to do this to, I think he talked to Nona or something. I don't know. Yeah, he was talking to Nona, and then Nona was like, okay, I'm gonna give you someone else. So it was Chiyuki, and then it was also an old lady called Sachiko, which she was like, oh, I know this picture, because on the board for the randomization, it's from Chavo. And
that's the little book.
Yeah, the little book that you keep seeing, which is like the first kind of Also, we didn't mention that they did like a kind of like a storytelling read about in the first couple episodes about it, which I really liked as well. Because it was just like, oh, now we know what this book's all about.
Yeah.
But then they play a game of Old Maid with 3 people with Decim and Chiyuki and Sachiko. And it has pictures of things that like mean to each player. So for Sachiko, it had a lot of like drawings because she was an illustrator. And it was like so cute because up until now, we've gotten a lot of people that have died of violent deaths, you know? We haven't really gotten a calm or an older kind of presence. And having this near the end, I really loved because it kind of brought like a melancholy to it. Like it was very like a chill, somber, but not a super like sad episode. Because
thing is, overall, this show had great like emotional pacing.
Yeah,
and so this really helped tie it all together.
Because it's nice seeing this normal, this kind of just normal setup, and they're just playing cards and nothing, no big fancy. Like there was no big transformation. They literally just had a deck of cards, and I love that. It's
and
so good.
There was a little reference to Cross Heartbreak as one of the cards.
Yep, I don't know who that would count for though. If it was Decim or if it was Chiyuki. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I mean, it's very possible they all knew.
Yeah,
or had
at least
them
those
at
2.
point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this was a very like relaxed. They're talking about the drawings, and this is where we first actually get Chiyuki remembers her mom and her name about ice skating, and it was really interesting because at the end of the game, Sachiko talks about like, well, having the Joker at the end seems to be the loser, but honestly, they feel like whoever has it might also be the winner in some case, and
it's all relative.
Yeah, and Chiyuki's it had ice skates on it, and that's what like brought her to remember what she did. She ice skated, and which, like we said before, was hinted in the opening. Wonderful, and it's been hinted in the show because she had a leotard in her closet. It's just so good.
Oh, I thought she was just into cosplay.
Maybe so.
Also, did you say the Joker, baby?
I'm the Joker, baby. Man, that video's really good.
Yeah.
But so then finally, the next episode, Memento Mori. I know that we're just going through each episode, but I feel like it's important.
What is this, a Pino episode?
Yes, but it's also 12 episodes and not 26, so half the length, half the time.
God, I feel like such a sucker.
But so this episode first talks about Mayu actually having to make a decision about sending another soul in the void exchange for Haruta getting his back.
Because at this point, Mayu was just like, she was
Chilling.
just hanging around. She just didn't go. Because Ginty was just like, what's your deal? What's your MO?
Yeah, he was
what's
curious.
Your alibi?
What's your damage?
What's your damage is the question.
What's your major?
And
work.
So Ginty gave him the option of, will you send this random guy who looks like Light Yagami, by the way, into the void in exchange for Haruta to get his?
She saved us all.
Mm-hmm. It's true. And during that part, Decim and Chiyuki, they do Chiyuki ice skates, and then she regains more of her memories being an ice skater, and then hurting her leg, not being able to skate again.
And there's a beautiful sequence with amazing animation and beautiful score that goes on for a couple minutes, and
worth it.
Beautiful, every penny, every moment.
And then it shows you her whole backstory, and eventually she became severely depressed, retired from not being able to ice skate, and then killed herself. Which, another fucking super hard realization, which also, by the way, was foreshadowed by the first part of her body to actually start getting deteriorated was her wrist.
It's her wrist, yeah.
Yeah. Which is fucking bonkers.
Bonk.
Yeah, and it's just... This was Yeah, so, and then at the end of this, Oculus, Foxy Grandpa, actually took, what's his name?
Elevator Man.
Yeah, I don't know. Isn't it Klaus or something? Yeah, it's Clavis. And
Clavis
reads his memories, and it was like, because he was in the spot where Nona was asking about Deckham and all that sort of stuff. And so then finally we come to the last episode.
You've been a bad girl.
It's true.
It's true.
And also, Deckham is like, here, I'll like give you one last drink, and then she falls asleep. She gets drugged, and
not again. I hate this anime.
No,
wait a minute. Why do you keep drugging people?
I know this wasn't for any creepy reason. Please.
I mean, it was kind of rough though.
No, of course it was rough, but then what happens is that
basically it's her turn to be the Mayu.
Yeah, it's her turn. It's her turn to be judged, and what happened was that Nona, what happened then next episode was that Nona confronted Oculus, and they were arguing, and then Nona's like, "This is what I want," and then Oculus is like, "Go see for yourself. Go see how you fucked up."
Yeah, basically, I'm like, "Oh man, damn."
And then Deckham and Chiyuki go down to the lowest level. Chiyuki's still drugged. And then Chiyuki wakes up in her own room, and Deckham shows her around, and then they talk about how about being alive. Sees the mother crying at the little shrine for Chiyuki after she passed away, and then Deckham finally gives the ultimatum of, if you press the button, which has been another kind of theme, which this button basically either creates creates a conflict or something like that. It just messes with people. Fate. Yeah, and then he says, you can return, but you need to press the button if you want to live. And she sees her mother apologizing that she couldn't help her. She failed as a mother. But then Chiyuki thinks about it, and obviously you would want to go back. Makes sense. But after she's like, I'm thinking about it, and finally she made a statement that really sticks with me as just a person, is that everyone matters to someone. Yeah. And what is your right to take life away from someone else? Why is your life more important than anyone else's? And I think that was that's the core of this whole show. Everyone matters to someone. There's not a truly black and white person. For everyone who went through everyone who ever went through Quindecum they matter to someone. And you can see it in their backstories. They mean a lot to someone, especially with the first episode. With Chiyuki, she thought that she was like, oh, I think that the lady lied to the guy so that the guy could be saved. And everyone matters to someone. And it was just intense. And then after she didn't, Deckham felt a pain in his chest. They cried, and then Deckham revealed that it was an illusion in the floor where all of the figures, all the bodies are left after their soul leaves after the soul leaves those figures. And a lot of crying. Deckham shows emotion because he was implanted with human emotions, and the final send-off of sadness, and then Oculus is you ruined that poor boy's life to Nona, and And then they go back to Quindecum. Chuki makes Decum smile, and she cries.
Like,
and I cried. I cried a lot. That last episode, I got real sad.
Yeah, it was rough, man.
Second time I watched, second time I cried. But it was very... I've heard people talk about... well, finally. And then 2 more people come to Quindecum, and then there's a doll with Chuki's appearance sitting on, like, near the side of the bar to really wrap everything up. Because, like he said before, he wasn't going to let that body go since she means a lot to him and just makes sense for everyone.
He's already a doll collector, so...
It's true. And it's just like, I don't know, means a lot. And I've heard people really dislike this ending.
What?
Yeah. That people dislike Chiyuki being sent away. People think that that's wrong and they shouldn't have done that.
What do you mean? If she stayed, she would have been a puppet either way.
Yeah, I don't know, because, like, oh man, there's some people that got real upset with I don't know, like checking through some of like the Mal scores. There's some real salty people, and I've just seen some people who just dislike
probably just didn't get the point.
Yeah, and like,
yeah, you can't avoid death.
Yeah, I just feel like it should be. That's what it is. It's a sad, somber moment because that's what death is. Everyone dies.
It is inevitable.
You're not going to be able to avoid it.
Unless you're Walt Disney, of course.
Well, of course, then you're frozen. But man, it's people just really dislike that ending, and I'm just like, how dare you? It works well from everything that they've shown us, and it works well for what that show is trying to go for. And I love it. I love this ending because it is sad. It makes you think. There's a twang in your heart because you knew it was going to happen.
Mark Twain.
It had to happen. And just it's sad, and I love it. I think it was a fantastic way to end the show, personally.
I like it.
Yeah, I love the ending. I don't know why people wouldn't have liked it.
You shocked me with that. I didn't think people were gonna hate it. Maybe they just don't understand.
It seems like
it's poetic.
Yeah.
It's like poetry.
She's a decent human. She chose to not have the decision to kill someone, and she earned the right to be reincarnated in obviously in her world, meaning she dies, obviously. Yeah.
But I mean, she gets reincarnated.
Yeah. Well, like
there's literally only 2 options, and one of she got the best of those options.
It's true.
So I mean,
there's always a chance that she will need her mother in reincarnation in some way, shape, or form.
And Decum again. She won't remember him most likely, but he'll meet him.
He'll be like, ooh.
Again.
And
well, unless he's retired or whatever.
That's true. He could be, but regardless, I'm reading this review, and it said the finale makes us sit through 5+ minutes of the most cringeworthy and clumsy display of emotions, wherein
that's the point.
2 main characters cry while hugging each other, and I'm just like,
I can't believe it. You're not allowed to cry or hug each other, guys. Sorry.
That's the point. It's supposed to be awkward because he's never supposed to feel emotion.
Well, to be fair, the guy who reviewed it has an Akira icon, so we shouldn't trust his opinions anyway.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
Please, I'm sorry you're the mic peaked, but if you have got an Akira profile picture, something's wrong here.
Yeah.
Unless it's the motorcycle. Because
except for the motorcycle.
Yeah. This like from what I'm looking at, even though it does have an 8 point something on Mal, it just it seems like it's a big toss up. I think it has an 8.22, which is a great.
That's pretty good.
Great
still.
ranking. It's it's 303 out of all time, and I just feel like that, like, it just works. I don't know how else to say it besides I super duper enjoyed that ending and how the show portrays emotion and how it shows that there's like judging people shouldn't just be through arduous like arduous pain because, you know, especially with the last judgment that you see with the old maid, like there was no high stakes at all. They were just playing cards. And that's this, like, the development of Deckham. He's just like, you know what? Fuck it. Card time.
Fuck it. Card time.
I don't know, man. This is just such a good show, and it makes me upset seeing people not like it. Man. Upsetty spaghetti. That's what I am right now. But yeah, do you guys have anything to say about like the overall plot itself?
No, I'm glad they fleshed all the ideas out and it never overstayed its welcome, you know?
Yeah, I don't know how good it would be if it was a 26th episode. I feel like there wasn't enough to really sustain beyond 12, but I think 12 was the perfect number.
Yeah, they could have if they wanted to, but pacing would have sucked.
Yeah, no, there's absolutely more they could do with this world.
Sometimes less is more.
Yeah, because like there are more stories, obviously, more people to meet, you could meet more
scenarios.
Yeah, but it's just not.
I feel like I feel like one of the best. I don't know if it. You said this is an original work, right?
Yes.
I feel like one of the things that they might have been doing, but probably not, maybe I'm overthinking, is they mentioned the other departments, right? They mentioned the people counting how many people died a day.
Yeah.
And you had talks about like God is like not present at the moment. I felt like they could have set up for something a little larger. Like this could have been a great like intro. Like this is a good standalone, but I feel like there's some potential there to like expand the universe of the Arbiters and the where like Mario's missing. Where's God? So like I wanted to know like why. Like obviously a lot of people are dying because there's a lot of people in the world now. But like, what if they were going through like war or there was something going on in their like there? Like I don't know. I just felt like there's a good chance for like to make something else from it. But I think it's good where it is. I think it's good where it is.
I don't feel like I need more. Like I would, I wouldn't say no to more, but I feel like
Flowerhead said it correctly. Once you do it for so long, you got to do something to keep yourself not bored. This was like the way to keep themselves not bored for like another 100 years. Yeah,
it's interesting. Because obviously there's more people like the girl checking everyone who's dying and Information Bureau. Could have definitely gone more in depth in that, but I
wanted to know the days in the life of Clavis the elevator boy.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think that would have bloated the story too much for like because it's very much a Chiyuki and Deckham show.
I think it's just a Deckham show. I think this is just more of Deckham's story.
Yeah, Deckham's story with Chiyuki kind of
Deckham was the puppet all along.
It's true. We're all puppets.
We're all puppets here in the Little Big Planet world.
I haven't played Little Big Planet in years.
Same. Actually, no, that's a lie. I played it last month.
What? Why'd you play last month?
Because my friends told me to buy it.
Like Little Big Planet 3?
3. Yeah, 3.
Why'd you play 3?
Yeah,
because I bought it. It's on PS4.
I've never even played any of them, and I know that 1 and 2 are better.
Yeah, they are. The PSP version's even better.
Apparently, there just wasn't enough support for 3.
I mean, it's not that great.
Exactly. So, guys, let's talk about some characters then, shall we?
Yeah, sure. Let's go.
Guys, we're first going to talk about
your mom.
A man that we know.
Whoops.
We're going to talk about Deckham first.
Oh, dude. Deckham's got white hair.
He does.
Yeah. You are correct.
Deckham talks like he's never loved. Because he never loved.
Because he's never loved. It's true.
He's got a weird hobby.
He does. Well, it's not that weird, all things considered.
Yeah, with context, knowing what these dolls do or are of capable. Oh, I just figured it out. That's all of those dolls are probably other people like Kurakami. Yep. Maybe not, but.
Dude, maybe. I love Kurakami.
What now?
I love Komarasaki.
Maybe he is a weirdo. He's a weirdo. Never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
a freak.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes.
I like his slow way to becoming human. Well, becoming human emotion feeling boy. It was nice. It was a nice little journey. Because he had some emotion. You saw him make a fist. You saw him do the Arthur meme.
Yeah, you saw him cry.
Yeah, man. You saw him give him little hugs. Be like, hey, it's okay, buddy.
It's all right.
Yeah, get in the elevator.
Okay.
Get in there.
Get it. Come on.
Go down. Come on. There you go.
Let go of my shirt.
Into the void.
Okay, there we
Goodbye.
go. Okay.
Bye
Wash
bye.
your fingers.
But yeah, I think he was a good person for like the main character because you know having a not a blank stare but like more of a blank canvas, I guess, for a main character can sometimes be really detrimental. Kind of like having a main character in like a game or something, but like it is. I feel like it's done really well with him because there's a lot of development with him.
I liked it. He was cool.
Yeah, not much else to say.
Good looking eyes.
He does have. I love those eyes.
He's a bartender
Okay.
too, so he's
Okay.
he's got some skills.
Yeah.
He's useful.
I like
does-
martini. Shake it, not stir.
It's sure not mistaken, guys.
I'm mistaken.
No, let's talk about Chiyuki now. The main human in the show. I really liked her. As well.
Humans who wish to pay me tribute.
It was not by my hand that I was once again becoming a doll.
You judge men's souls and send them off to the void or the next life.
You have Uno.
Don't.
You dumb
It
motherfucker.
came with your fucking Morning Star.
I have the original Morning Star.
I have the oldest Morning Star known to man. I've on mine day fucking one. Oh man.
What is a man?
What is a man? A miserable little pile of figures.
She's cute too.
She is cute. I like the little white streak. Very
Yeah.
nice.
Oh yeah. I like her hair. Was it black or purple?
It was
Purple.
like it's magenta. No, black with
No,
a shade of
magenta.
white. No, that's
Get
her.
your
no,
eyes checked.
no, her eyes are magenta.
eyes.
Yeah, I think
yes.
it's black technically.
She hit that goth girl aesthetic, which we were all seriously needing at the moment. It's been a while since we had a goth girl.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
been a hot sec. But it was good. It was good.
Turns out she wasn't a goth girl. She was a skater girl.
She said, "See you later, girl." She wasn't good enough for him.
See you later, boy.
That's what she sang when she went up in the elevator.
That got me.
Thank you.
Oh, wait a second. Does that actually mean she's a thought?
Apparently.
Chiyuki to the thought elevator.
No! Stop. But
Cease.
cease. End all conversations.
Conversation.
Stop.
But I have to
But,
buy this puppet. Cease.
Cease. But yeah, I really liked her as a character too. We've talked about all of them a lot, so we're just gonna kind of quickly go through it.
Yeah.
She's good.
She's good.
Yeah. Guys,
Next.
let's talk about Nona. We didn't talk about her a lot.
Nona's pretty cool.
Yeah, she got cool
Showed
eyes.
up in the beginning and like sprinkled in around the episodes.
Yeah.
She's very serious.
Very serious, just like everybody should be. She's like what, the boss of all the arbiters, right?
Yeah, she's, I don't know what her role
She's
is.
a manager.
Quote unquote. So
Of course.
She likes to win against old men in billiards, which is kind of funny to me.
yeah,
And
I
she
mean,
can do
don't you?
backflips. Do you see that? Oh, yeah. You know what? That's fair.
I saw her do a little flippy flip. She's also very strong.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I like her eyes too.
She's a
great.
doll.
We're all dolls.
Oh, you gave me a hearty good laugh there, Garbalax. See, it's funny because she's a doll because she's also a puppet.
And she
Hey,
also
guys.
happens to be very cute.
Hey guys, according
very
to the
small.
drama CD, it seems to imply that Nona has feelings for Clavis, which is interesting.
Wait, but she's not supposed to have feelings.
It's true.
It's true.
Yes. I like her. She's a fun character. She sets this whole plot into motion, so got to be okay with her. It's good stuff.
Yeah.
Yay. Guys, Let's talk about Clavis.
Clavis has his eyes closed. I didn't trust him, but I should have trusted him.
Yeah, he did the elevator. What a guy.
He has spiky hair, so you know he's good.
He's got a highlight, so we know he's cool
He's
too.
got a bunch of piercings. I like how stylized he is. Even
he's
though
wearing green. That's my favorite color.
Yeah, even though he's his hair's green.
Hey,
he's not wearing green.
Well, can you wear your hair in a different style? I think so.
What? My brain hurt.
My brain has turned to mush.
And that's why you're going to the void.
Good. Maybe I will find my brain wrinkles there.
No.
Who
You
out of the
smooth
three
brain
of us
fool.
out of the three of us, who do you think would be sent to reincarnation and who do you think would be
Oh
sent to the
God,
void?
I don't want to think about that at all. Don't test me.
Fun, tell us, what are you thinking about? What nasty thoughts are you thinking?
I can't. It's too big thing for me. I wouldn't be able to.
He doesn't have enough wrinkles on his head yet.
I'm too smooth brained. I come out the elevator already as a puppet. They're like, oh, what do we do?
You're like, who is he?
He's rotted.
Did he come
He's
here
not
this
a
way?
man. Who is this?
What is
in
this
the
man?
Clavis
Dude,
is
that
fun,
would
though.
be your game that you play, is Uno.
Oh yeah, for sure. He'd
My
rip
One
out
Piece
his
edition.
One Piece Uno. Yeah.
Hey, can I use my own cards? I brought them from the other girl.
Pino like pulls it out. I have my cards on me.
You're like,
and I'm
wait, he's not supposed to be able to bring tangible items?
This one's
and-
Luffy. I don't know if you know that. How does he remember this?
And then I'm like, this will work. Well, the dude brought his knife, so you can bring objects.
Okay, that's
He didn't know
you're
his
right.
knife.
You're right.
Guys, Clavis is
Yep.
fun though. He does the elevator. Guys,
He's cute.
he is cute. Let's talk about Ginty though.
Man, he's a fiery one, ain't he?
He's angry.
He's a sassy boy. He angy boy.
Yeah. I like that he also had the least edgy game, like
Yeah,
to
he played
start out
Twister.
with.
though.
We're playing Twister.
Well, to start out with.
Excuse me?
But then
We're
it
playing
got-
Twist. We're playing Twister.
You have to play. You
No
can,
bathroom
you can
breaks.
Use the bathroom when the game is over.
I hate humans.
I do too.
Dang.
He also has a cat named Mimine.
Yeah, I don't remember the cat's name. Cat's cute though.
Cat broke
Cats-
his foot somehow.
Cat's very cool.
Cats are dangerous, dude. They'll break your feet. They'll break your legs. They'll break
Not,
your
not my
neck.
feet.
They'll break your bank.
Yeah.
It's true. But he's fun too. He's kind of more not. There's
He's a
no
street
real.
guy.
There's no real like antagonist, but he's more of a fiery personality than Deckham.
He's
He's a
opposite.
rival
He's quite the
character.
he's
Yeah,
quite the mirror.
he's a rival character. Yeah.
He's a mirror. He stuck to his guns. He's like, humans suck. This is my job. You can't fool me with your theoretical nonsense. I'm too smooth brained.
I have no brain. You fool.
Look how smooth it is.
Yeah, but he's fun. I like his hair. He has a ponytail. Let's talk about Mayu now.
She was fun.
The girl, she's fun. She was a bit crazy.
Yeah, but I mean, who isn't, right? She's just a fangirl for her favorite band,
Yeah.
you know?
Remember when she was cast into the void?
Remember when she took off her makeup?
And then he was like, wow, you're my type.
Wow.
And then I'm like, you're both dead.
She reminded me of that one girl from Durarara, and I was like, well, damn.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
I think that's like isn't that like I guess that's like a look people go for in Japan?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like an archetype or whatever.
Yeah. Definitely an archetype. But yeah. And then she fell into the void. She was
There
fun,
she
though.
goes. Ah!
Bonk.
Yeah. It's good stuff, though.
Yeah.
That's
All who matters. Oh, Flower Man.
Yeah. What's his butts?
Almost.
Welcome
gone.
to the Oculus Rift.
And welcome to Oculus Rift.
Please put on your flower hat.
While we suck the information right out of your brain.
Yeah. And he was like the creator of the system of the arbiters. And he checks all the floors. He's second in line to the position of God, apparently, and he's also a casual foxy grandpa.
Casual.
Man,
He's
he did
Rosie
not once wear that butler suit in the opening.
No, he did not. Because he doesn't wear. He's too casual for that. Why would he wear a butler suit?
He's too carefree.
Yeah,
I expected him to arbiter.
he was not though.
To orbit.
He's orbiting the solar system. See, they have a pool table made of planets. Hey, well, you beat me.
Yeah. Come on. Play one more round with old Gramps.
Let an old man win.
Well, please. Please.
Is there pool on Tabletop Simulator? We need to look for that. That'd be fun.
Planet Edition.
Probably. Anyway, he's fun, though. And then I think that's about it. Unless we want to talk about Castra, which we really didn't.
No. She was. I only remember her in like one episode.
She had a little skull on her head, which was fun.
Yeah, that was cool, but she didn't really.
She also said in episode 5 that she likes her men simple-minded, so she likes himbos.
Oh, dude, we're in.
I'm in, baby.
Man, best girl right there. Don't even need to argue. Yahoo!
Yippee!
That's all I want to talk about.
Ever? Is that the
That's
last
all I
episode?
have to say about that.
Pino, are you claiming that this is the last episode of the podcast?
Guys.
Yeah?
This is the last episode.
Oh, my pen. But guys, guess what?
What?
Welcome to the 59th edition of Who's the Best Girl, the podcast where each contestant puts forward their choice for Best Girl of the episode and duke it out for the title of Best Girl. Today our contestants, once again, never change. Pino, Garb, myself, and the Patreons. Woohoo! Who are you each advocating for?
I pick Nona.
I picked Chiyuki, and so do the patrons.
I pick Ginty.
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 All right, who's going to start? Okay, I will.
Go.
Okay.
I pick Nona because I like a woman in charge.
That it?
About it.
That's it?
No.
The song's still playing.
Respectable.
Purple eyes, awesome, great color choice.
Love
White
it.
hair, even better. Well, it's even got a little tint. Like sometimes it's got a little tint of like blue in there somewhere. It's really nice. Little hoopy earrings are good, but circle earrings are even better.
Wait,
she's probably
what's the difference?
hoopy earrings implies that it's like a donut where you can stick your finger in. This one is just like a circle.
Okay, I see.
Yeah.
So more like a gong.
I'm
Hoop is
educated
open,
now.
circle is closed.
Yeah. I mean,
Wow.
didn't you ever go to geometry school?
Yeah,
Apparently
dummy.
not.
You stupid doofus.
She's short, so I'm short. That works out pretty excellently.
Good stuff.
And I don't really mind playing pool and losing. I don't mind.
I mean, fair enough.
Plus, in that opening, she can DDR like there's nobody's business.
That's true.
And
She's very
she
good
wears
at
a nice
DDR.
red dress.
She wasn't even looking at the screen half the time.
And she has a nice red dress, and I think that's pretty cool.
And I think that's pretty nice. Is that it?
Yeah.
She yells.
I
So?
think she's too bossy.
You're not a woman if you don't yell.
Garbalax,
Sorry.
you cannot say that she's too bossy, mister.
You wanna
I
be
like him
stepped on.
bossy.
Yeah, that's
You
fair.
fool. You friggin' you absolute buffoon.
Yeah, but I
Absolute
yell.
clown.
Chuck, I yell.
She's cute. I do like her hair. Her hair is very
Yeah.
nice.
braided. It's very
I
nice.
like her. She's very good. I can't really argue against any of these picks, so
She
Oh, I
didn't.
her hair's bluish.
Yeah.
My only argument against her is something that's beyond her power.
Die. What? Oh.
Yeah.
She's too good at pool.
I want to win too.
I don't like losing. Please, take it easy.
I never
young-
lose.
She's never played F.U. Pino.
Anyway, I don't know.
Cut that out.
Cut that. She's, but yeah, she's nice, but I don't know. I think she doesn't care enough.
I mean, she doesn't have emotions, so
So I don't think she cares enough.
pretty sure she cares though.
She didn't get drunk. I don't like that.
If she didn't care, she wouldn't be doing her job right.
That's true, I guess.
Dang.
Man, she's an essential worker.
Hey, don't even. Cut that out.
Well, unlike some best grills, Chiyuki actually feels emotions, and she
Yeah.
tries her hardest to change the minds
She doing her
Those-
bestie.
of those arbiters. She
True.
arbitered the best she could. You know?
But she assisted.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, what else you got for me, Garb? What else?
She's cute.
Okay.
She's dead already, so I don't
Oh.
have to worry about grieving her loss.
Excuse me.
If she dies
excuse
first.
me?
You know what?
What?
That's fair. You don't have to
Yeah.
be sad.
I don't have to be sad. What? Okay.
Counter argument. There's a puppet now.
Counter argument. She doesn't exist anymore.
But
she's
been reincarnated, so she could be anyone right now.
She could be a guy. How did you feel?
She could be a frog right now.
How do you feel?
She could be a frog.
Frog in a car? Actually, that's an instant sploosh.
I would get right in that car and we would go.
I think you're too big for the car. If I'm gonna be frank with you,
I might fit.
Pino might fit though.
We can get like a side car on my car with the little
frog loser.
car.
We're going frog hopping.
Yeah. What satanic being is that? It's like a Pokemon cry.
Pino got where I was going with.
We're thwomps.
Yeah, we're just thwomps. Guys, welcome to the Funny Noise Podcast. Anyway,
once again, it took us how long to get here?
And it took us like
Started a little
over
late.
an hour. Yeah.
Holy crap, 2 hours.
But
we usually start like 2 minutes in.
Yeah, we usually go hee 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 and then go ooh 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 ooh.
And then we go.
But Chiyuki, she
can't skate no more. She can't skate good.
That's but dude, she can.
Idiot! You can't skate, you fool.
She has new legs. No, she can be a skating frog.
You got new legs.
I got new legs, Lieutenant Dan.
Lieutenant Dan, ice cream.
She reincarnated.
She
I
screamed.
like that. Thank you for doing a Forrest Gump joke. I like that. You know, I never thanked you for saving my life. Jumps out the boat.
What?
He still never did. That's the part of the movie that bothered me. He never thanked him.
That's the point.
Is that
that's whom he is.
What are your legs?
They gone.
It's aluminum. Same stuff that they're making the rocket ships out of. Oh, Lieutenant Dan. That's like what he says. That's I remember.
You got new legs, Lieutenant Dan.
You got new legs, Chiyuki.
He says it much more elegantly. Come on. Oh. Don't you know your Forrest Gump trivia?
I don't know.
You're gonna come at Chiyuki?
Chiyuki has her haircut on her bangs, so that's a high upkeep, and I don't think I'm able to commit to it. A high upkeep on her bangs.
That's the risk of a goth GF.
She can dance
if she wants to. She can leave her friends.
You got me. You can dance. You're set. So I approve.
Man,
she's great, right?
Yeah.
Thanks, patrons, for picking her.
Guys,
patrons have taste. Unlike you clowns.
Taste. Whoa! I agreed with you.
Guys, play the Buggy song. Guys, I picked Ginty. You know why I picked Ginty?
Who?
Because the name sounds like Gintama.
No, but that is a good manga.
It sounds like titty.
Almost there. Keep trying.
Gingivitis.
You got it. That was the reason.
Jita juice.
No, not that one.
Sipping on Jita juice.
That's not out. That's not even remotely the tune of what that song sounds like.
Sipping on Jita juice. Sipping on Jita juice. I'm Buggy the Clown.
Guys, I like Ginty because A, he's tall, but I'm taller.
Oh wow.
Oh, how tall is he?
He's 6'4".
Dang, what a puny man.
And this concludes this round of How Tall Is He?
He has his sleeves rolled up. He's a big muscular guy. He can make water orbs with his
you
arms.
guys could probably wear one another's outfits, so that's
he can also transform his physical appearance so he can be even shorter.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Well, because he was a little boy, remember?
He was a little man.
He was a little boy.
When I was a little boy.
And if I date him, I also get to have a cat.
Oh.
Yeah, but you fool, you've missed one obvious flaw in your plan.
Uh-huh.
He hates humans.
Me too.
He's an odd one. Keep an eye on Chuck. He's an odd one.
You're an odd fellow. But you're an odd fellow.
Yes.
Seymour, I'm going in the elevator.
Goodbye,
no, mother.
Okay, mother. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Forever.
No, mother, you're just being reincarnated.
Help! Help! There has to be in the void.
In the 90s.
Anyway, I like him a lot. He's great. He's
a little too angry for me, man.
Nah, but I like him.
He's a little too angry.
I can give him a big old hug.
He's a little angry.
I do like an edgy boy.
Yeah.
He's a little angry. He's got good eyes though.
He does. He's got some golden yellow eyes. I'm just like, woof.
He's
he's a wolf man.
The English voice actor does the voice acting for Don Quixote del Flamingo.
It's true.
For One Piece. So
I wouldn't choose him as a best girl either.
Well, I wouldn't pick him, but I'm just saying he's got a strong voice. He also played Pee Me in one of the Papi Tepepu.
He was Dracula Man in Dragon Ball.
He was also Son Goten, right?
Yeah, in GT.
And he was also the shaman.
Oh, yeah, and in Kai. Yeah, he picked.
What is a man? Nothing but a ginty pile of ginty.
Ginty!
A dinty ginty.
Yeah, Dracula Man's fun, though. He was one of Baba's ghostly fighters, which Pino doesn't know about, but I read the manga.
We'll know soon enough.
Guys, Ginty's fun.
Yeah, dude.
Ginty good.
Ginty good.
Ginty good. Ooh.
That it?
That sounds about right.
Guys, we got one email.
Woohoo! But email us.
funkyanimePodcast@gmail.com or contact@funkyanimePodcast.com.
Holy crap, Chuck said it this time.
No, but the first one, not the second one was a lie. I've lied to you.
Email them all.
Guys, from Alex, he says, meet me in the showdown monotype tiers, you plebs. And by the way, monotype is actually like the best tier that I'm in. Like I can actually play in monotype because I like gimmicky teams.
Who sent us this email?
This is Alex.
Hi, Alex.
Alex is a real gamer. Thanks,
Alex.
You got to say hi to our I almost said
Alex.
customers, viewers.
Customers, sweet. Only the Patreon are our customers.
No, they're all coming to the Decum, man. They did the Quindecum. They're all hanging out here. We rented the place out.
Man, that would actually,
and by that we mean we wrecked the bus they were all on.
We did. We said you.
Oh no!
I didn't want to do that. This is completely off balance. I didn't want this.
I'm the bartender. Hello, welcome.
Hello.
Don't spike my drink.
No promises.
Give me water on the rocks.
Okay.
Give me rocks on the water.
And then I pour a bottle that looks like a vodka bottle, but it's probably water, right?
I'm taking my. Give me my lighter.
Oh, okay, here you go.
That's not 80% alcohol.
What do you mean? It's water.
It's on fire.
Glug glug glug.
Glug glug glug.
You drank it, you fool.
Aha! You fool! I'm already dead.
Oh no! Anyway, I might fight you in monotype, but I love monotype, so you might lose.
What's your ladder position? Or
I haven't played since Sun and Moon, so
yeah, I feel you.
Because it's bad.
Yeah, well, dude, getting rid of my favorite Pokemon going missing? No, fuck it, not playing. If I can't have my favorite on my not meta team, fuck it.
I haven't played Sword and Shield in months.
Yeah, no, I played it, I beat it, I put 100 hours into it and was like, all right, I'm done.
I put like 30 out, 40, 50.
I did some shiny hunting.
I did some raid battles.
Yeah.
Sponsored by Raid Straddle Legends. Just kidding.
But now Animal Crossing is here, so there's no reason to do that ever again. Except I still.
True.
That fucking celery.
You like that? Chuck likes that.
But so do we got any little miscellaneous before we? I like it. That's my miscellaneous.
I liked it too.
It was short.
I like this. Sometimes hidden gems are only just like 12 or 13 episodes.
Yeah, and this was fairly recent too. This was
this was 2015. Yeah, 5 years ago.
What did it I don't remember what I was gonna say, but I like it.
Death Billiards aired in 2013. If that was what you're asking.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and it started in 2012.
Yeah, it was that was the project that was made. So yeah.
Nice.
Do you want to do some rankings now, boys? that mean
Sure.
nothing?
Yeah.
What do you mean we're arbiters?
Oh, that's right.
It always means
I'm gonna arbit that this show was a 5 out of 5.
Whoa!
Wow.
That's the second 5 out of 5 from Garbalax.
I thought that was the third.
No, I don't know because I
I
know
can't
he
count.
did. He did Death Note 5
Can't
out
read.
of 5, and I don't think he did any other. No, Pino did Death Note 5 out of 5. What?
Oh.
Really?
Yeah.
I did Gurren Lagann 5 out of 5.
Did you? What?
Yeah.
I can't read.
Guggen Lugan?
There's no
No.
way I didn't rate it 5 out of 5.
Let me see. Where is it? I can't see. Gurren
I can't
Lagann.
hear.
Oh, you did. Oh, wait, no. These numbers are backwards. Okay, let me give me a second.
You're messing with the numbers, Chuck. Are you
Well-
working for Lim Fao?
Never. No, because I organized the season 2 one, and I think I just put
Switch
them
the
in
samples.
Yeah, they were backwards.
Oh, no.
But yeah, yeah. But this is
5 out of
only the
5.
second 5 out of 5 for Garbalax.
5 out of 5.
It's a good one. I have nothing to complain. Pino, what you got?
So here comes Pino's long-waited answer.
No, I love it.
This was such a wonderful surprise. I don't get to say that a lot. Last time I said that was probably a silent voice. Probably, I don't remember. I should have given silent voice 5 out of 5. Damn it. Anyways, oh yeah, wait, did we watch that this season?
No, last season.
No. Okay, that's
You
fine.
can't change the rating anymore.
No, I'm gonna change it on my anime list. Anyways,
yeah, you can do that. That's not canon.
this Death Parade was such a surprise. I enjoy a lot of this kind of big thinking, big thonks animes. When you get a big thonk, especially when it comes to themes, people never a theme that is present every day, but is something we all tend to ignore, which is obviously was death in this case. So it was very unsettling. I think it was able to provide those emotions of like uncertainty, unsettlingness, slight happiness, and relief in some points, which I thought was great. 13 episodes I think is a good number. I do enjoy the art, the music, the opening, the ending. I'm going to give this a 4.6 out of 5.
Very respectable. Very respectable.
It's trash!
No, I'm kidding.
No,
I fooled you all. No, I'm
no, I've been tricked.
4.6. I very much enjoyed it.
I'm very much in the Garb category. I don't think there's anything that I hated. There's nothing that I was like, wow, this is a bad show. I think that I don't think I can ever rank anything a 5 out of 5, just out of principle, because that, like, I don't know, it feels weird.
Yeah, but
Guess
these ratings
what?
don't matter.
Ratings don't matter, but I think they matter a little bit to me. I'm gonna give it a 4.8.
To the principal's office with you.
Get out of
Okay.
here. Go to the arbiter's room.
Okay. I picked 4.8 because, one, that makes our average ranking an even 4.8, and two,
He's messing with the samples.
two, that's the highest that I've given anything, and I feel like that matches my enjoyment for everything else that I've watched on that tier. And there's no glaring issues that I have to say. I don't know if it's perfect. That's the thing. Like, I don't know if this is perfect, or I don't know if something else is going to be better. So
I think of it more as like a number system sometimes. Like, this was an S rank, you know?
Oh yeah, it was an S rank for sure.
This is my AA plus.
Ah,
I like things better. Like Gurren Lagann.
hey, fair. I don't know. I really enjoy this. I'm glad that you guys enjoyed it. I was worried.
Yeah.
But everyone, if you haven't watched it yet and you listened to this whole episode, what the fuck, man?
Go listen to it. Stop. Turn off right
Get
now.
out
What are
of
you
here.
doing?
What are you doing here? Get out!
What are you doing?
Get out of here!
Through my mic.
Destroy his house. He's so upset with you for not turning this off.
Oh,
Sorry.
but yeah,
We just became gnomes.
I'm very glad that we were able to watch this, and I'm really glad that you guys enjoyed it, because this show means a lot to me, and I'm really glad that we are able to do it.
Well, laddies.
We gotta ask Mr. Papa Pino, what
boy.
are we watching?
I'm very excited, but also very worried. Every time I pick a show, I can't. I don't know what to expect anymore. You guys, every show is like up or down with mine, but we're going to be watching probably one of my favorite anime. We're going to be watching Toradora.
Toradora.
It's going to be fun. Hopefully, you guys like Slice of Life. You better love it.
I do like me some Slice of Life. How many episodes is it?
I believe it's 26.
Awesome. It says 25.
25.
Awesome.
And there's a dub. When I watched it, there was just a sub. There is a dub. I can't wait to watch the dub. I've held off on watching this because I wanted to watch it at the same time you guys did.
Yeah.
Yay.
But hopefully we'll have fun. I've already claimed my best girl at this point, so screw you. Chuck, thanks. This was a good show. I enjoyed it.
Hell yeah, dude.
All right, now intro us out, man.
Guys, Pino, could you please step into this elevator since you ranked this 4.6? Can you please step into that left elevator with that spooky mask on top?
God, oh my goodness.
No, it's not closing yet. Hey, Garb, can you get into that right elevator?
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'm gonna go use this. I'm gonna go.
I can't believe I'm being
service.
blamed for this one and not K-On. Actually, let's pretend I didn't say that.
I'm going to go take the service elevator, and now we will all be going.
You're taking the service elevator?
And now we're gonna go down to the void.
Oh, yay.
No! What do you mean, yay?
Where all anime podcasts deserve to go into the void.
No, I just because I didn't like Demon Slayer.
We all hated it. But. Guys, thank you for listening to the Funky Anime Podcast. This has been a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to follow us on Twitter, on Patreon if you want to help support us. We're going to keep watching anime. Like, that's consistent. And we're actually going to be starting to release more content for the Patreon soon.
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
So get pumped. And we will be back
get lit
in 2 weeks with Toradora. So get excited for that. Thank you for listening. And remember to... tell your mom you love her. We'll see you guys next time.
No, seriously, tell your mom you love her.
Yeah, tell your mom. Especially with this show. This show.
Yeah, especially. Yeah,
this
exactly.
show specifically. Make sure to tell your mom you love her.
Send us an email if you did, or tweet at us saying I told my mom I love her.
Yeah, you better. Okay.
Better.
Thank you so much. Tell your mom you love her. Bye.